Alright, welcome back to our Watanabe vs Watanabe ShowDown series. This is our finale. This is the big rematch between the two. Thanks for joining us. I think we started this little thing last year sometime, with the first episode focusing on Watanabe Shinashi, a few of her early fights. We went on to the second episode where we focused a bit on Hisai Watanabe and some of her early fights, their first showdown with each other, and then from there on we did the same thing, and now here we are. Thanks for watching if you have been. It's been fun. I've probably studied a little bit too many of their fights by now, by this point. So we've got our finale here. If you haven't seen the previous episodes, check those out, especially if these fighters are of interest to you. You know, it's been fun studying these two fighters. It's been fun watching them develop. It's been fun watching them, how they've evolved. It was fun watching them go against each other, and it's going to be fun watching them go against each other again. Now, those of you who are familiar with these two fighters know the outcome and know how aggressive the fight became. So first up, we're going to watch a few highlights, a few of the highlights of the previous episodes. We're going to see their pathway and their road towards this big fight now in a fast-forwarded sort of fashion. So here we go. Alright, young Shinashi there. And a young Watanabe. So as you can see, look at that. Beautiful. Both fighters have their strengths and weaknesses. Oh, beautiful. And both fighters obviously are great fun to watch, and that's what we've been doing here. Look at the pain there. It's cute. All right. Hype. So, episode 1, a few highlights. So you could see straight away that Watanabe Shinashi, one of her favorite moves, is that beautiful judo throw there. In episode 2, we started looking at Hisai Watanabe. Here we saw that she just loves to punch the crap out of people. Episode 3, first showdown. Hisai Watanabe versus Watanabe Shinashi, and this was a fun match, an interesting matchup as well. Whoa, look at that! It's like one of those crossover comics when two heroes kind of encounter each other. That was a fun match, that one. And that's where it ended. Nice submission. And Watanabe was out. But she wasn't gone for long. Episode 4. This is where we see Watanabe's return. And she's like a steam train. We just check some of these fights. Just going for it. Boom. Some beautiful moves here as well. fight against Caroline. That was a good one. Closing distance. That was fun. It was fun making the highlights for that fight. Episode 5, we got to see Satoko Shinashi go up against Caroline. And very different fight, very different outcome. Submission. She had some fun fights after this as well. A lot of them were very similar in the fact that she took them down and submitted them. Meanwhile, we're looking at what Hisai Watanabe was doing. Again, still beating the crap out of people, but also using submissions. She stepped up in her game at this point. Not to say that Satoko was any slouch. So look, another thing to take notice of is in all these matches between certain fighters and the lead up here, a lot of the fighters that Hisai Watanabe and Satoko Shinashi were fighting against, probably not the highest ranking of fighters, very amateur, not to the same standard as these two fighters. So they were just laying waste to all these girls that they were fighting. It wasn't until they were fighting each other that there was a real match, there was a real struggle going on. With exception to a few of the fights. I love cutting these highlights together. Great throw there. Had to play that twice. So in this episode, get to see what Watanabe was doing. Meanwhile, still pounding heads. This is quite an aggressive match here. And she just keeps coming. Full of energy. Check to see if she's alright. So, here we go. So, it's all led up to this. The rematch for the belt. 2006. Yeah, it's a while ago. It's a while ago. So this was the press conference before the fight. Okay, August 4, 2006. Watanabe vs Shinashi 2. We're gonna cue some of this music. Here we go. Love the lead up to a big fight. It's like before a concert starts, you know. The drummer takes his seat, curtain's still out. Here you go, here's Watanabe fixing her hair. coming out, rockstar entrance. Having a great time. Working the crowd. She wanted to dance with her. She makes her way into the ring. Here comes Shinashi. High fives all around. She's looking a little bit more focused, a little bit more serious. But, you know, she's still working the crowd. She's focused on the game. And with her gi, which is a little trademark to her her intros. Very stern, very stern. See, see the eye contact there. Two very different sort of personalities here. You can see Watanabe is very loose, very all over the place. And then Shinashi's very stern, very solid. Is it just me, or has Watanabe become a little bit taller since their last matchup? We're going to have to go back and check that out. She looks taller. Now, it's been a while since I've seen this match, so it's going to be fun for me to watch again. I can't remember exactly what happens, but as you saw there, Watanabe very stern face. Not Watanabe, Shinashi. As you saw there, Shinashi looking very stern face. You could feel the tension. Shooting lightning bolts at each other. Deep breath there from Watanabe. Yeah, they know this is going to be big, so here we go. Ready? Fight. Oh. Beautiful kick there. Straight down. Confidence. Watanabe very much in control here, as you can see. Shinashi not looking too happy, a little bit grumpy. Down to the floor, exactly where Shinashi wants to be. Unlike last time though, I think Watanabe is a lot different on the ground. I think here Watanabe tries to get an armbar on. She tries. It's an attempt there. And she's not going to get dragged down. Okay, here we go again. So I think we know from previous matches what Shinashi's trying to do. She's trying to do that. Not working too well though. And an almost submission here from Watanabe. So here it becomes the chess game. One arm, one limb in the wrong place, and it's finished. There's definitely a lot more confidence here with Watanabe's grappling with Shinashi in comparison to last time. And she's not going to have any of that tangling on the ground either. It's kind of throwing Shinashi off a little bit. Oh, hey, whoa, oh man, sweet knockout, sweet knock. The hell? Where's this come from? Anyway, great knockout as you saw. Killer knockout. Here we go, look at it again. Bang! Shinashi goes down. And whoa, what the hell's going on here? What was that? Did you see that? Let's see that again. Alright, here we go. Knockout punch. Beautiful. Down. If you look in the background here, what? VHS noise? And the hell is that? Is that a young version of me? That's a young version of me. Time displacement. Creepy. So, what has happened here? Something about Watanabe's knockout punch caused me time displacement? Man, that's weird. Now I'm real itchy. Back again, jeez. Oh, it was definitely some kind of fight. Yeah, real hard. Very enjoyable. And it was a hell of a punch. Not sure what happened with me just then. Guess that's the repercussions of being a time traveler. So anyway, so yeah, Shinashi not looking too good there. They're trying to wake her up. Here comes Watanabe's parents. Yeah, Mum very excited. Well, I assume that's her parents. Very proud parents. And Shinashi's up. Of course, disappointment as she leaves. Look at that trophy. That's a tremendous looking trophy there. And how happy is her mother? And her mother sneaks off with the trophy. There we go. The belt on. There we go. A well-deserved belt. Well-earned, as we saw. So there you go. So, what did we see with this series here? What did we see with progression and adapting? We saw two individuals, both with individual skill sets, and over time they developed. And through the two fights that we saw between each other, one win, one loss, one win, one loss, it's quite interesting. I enjoyed watching these. I enjoyed studying their little traits and the way they've progressed. And you really do see the way the evolution of Hisai Watanabe going from one certain type of beast to another type of beast. And yeah, good fights good fights by both fighters, both Satoku Shinashi and Hisai Watanabe. So, over time, I mean, these are old fights. What did eventuate with Hisai Watanabe after this, and even Satoku Shinashi? Well, they did go on to fight some more, but nothing as extreme or as epic as this little fight here. I think I'll put another video together after this. We'll call it, I don't know, Aftermath. We'll call it the Aftermath, and we'll show, just in highlight form, a little bit of what both fighters did after this big event. So I do hope you had fun watching these with me. It was fun putting them together, putting the highlights together, syncing up music to them and everything like that. Yeah, be sure to join me for the Aftermath. We'll see what happened to these two fighters, where they progressed. I mean, it's no secret these days, we know that they're pretty much both retired. They're mothers. To my knowledge, Hisai Watanabe isn't so much in the social media sort of scene, maybe in Japan, but I'm not too sure. Satoku Shinashi, very much in the social media scene. She posts a lot of things, but not as like a fighter, not as a typical fighter that you'd see them posting things up. You see her posting up little bits about her family going out for trips and things like that. Very homely. And of course, every now and then also, the odd training pic. Both fighters, from what I understand, are still in training and still fit. Who knows, maybe one day we'll see them fight each other again. That would be pretty cool. I'm going to try and get to the bottom of that little time displacement thing that happened there with Watanabe's little knockout. Who would have thought that a punch could ripple time like that? I think a young version of me may have gotten hold of a time machine, and these could be the repercussions, but what could I be segueing into? Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the fight. I enjoyed the fight. Until next time, thanks for watching.